212.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now, we want to bring forth to the stage a very special guest, the undisputed.
Nah, son, baby. And this is another episode.
Can't help but swing it, boy. Swing it, brother, swing.
And this is your host. Nah, son, baby. Here we go. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. This is your host, not son, baby, and this is another episode of Swingers After Dark, and I'm with Urban Kinkster. Now, you know, this lady, she broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because we was vibing. Before the Hedonism II trip in the summer of 2015, we were vibing, and I love what I saw. She was a little bit thicker back then because I love meat on my bones. She's still luscious, but back then, it's like she had a Donkey Kong ass, you know what I'm saying? So, we were exchanging pictures, and, it was like we were supposed to have a rendezvous at Hedo. We were supposed to have a play session, but then when we got on the resort, it was a big old... Like we was on a news site, and I touched her on her ass, and she looked back with the stare of death, and I was like, whoa, she acted like I was a stranger. So what, Urban Kinkster, before we get into the BDSM shit, before we get into the BDSM talk, why did you give me blue balls, and why did you curve me? What happened? Because I thought we was gonna get it in. I thought I was gonna bust that ass. I thought I was gonna beat you down. I thought that. And this was pre-BDSM. This was during your swinger time. So what happened? Listen, my listeners know me. They know I'm that dude. So I want you to be 100% truthful of why it did not go down at Hedonism II in the Grill Jamaica 2015 July 4th weekend, baby. Why did it not go down? Why did the heavyweight bout did not go down? What was it about me? Was it me, you, the situation? What was it? I need answers.
Okay, so
It's not.
first of all, I am
Wait, Urban Kinkster. We gonna need you to speak up, cause I know you be fucking people up in the BDSM lifestyle. You need to speak with authority. You can't be bashful.
No,
Okay.
I have a solemn voice.
So tell me what happened.
Well, Hedonism II, that was a great fucking time, by the way. Hell, you was occupied. You was moving and shaking. First of all, my experience at Hedonism II,
She's making excuses. Anyway.
Nah, ain't no excuses. I'm a golden ticket.
She's women's splaining. Keep going.
I'm a golden ticket, and you had some people that you was already talking to and hitting and moving around the resort.
Because you weren't giving me I was suffering through blue balls. Fuck the coronavirus. Them blue balls, you know what I'm saying? I had to do something in the meantime.
But it's okay. That's okay. You was moving and shaking. You had options, so I felt that was cool. So it's not that big a deal. Hedonism was amazing. I kicked it, but yeah, for the most part, that's just what it was. You had some other shit you was doing, and I was just kind of vibing and chilling and shit. That's what it was. I'm a golden ticket for y'all who don't know me. I am Verb, aka Urban Kinkster. I am the golden ticket. So I'm very selective about what I do. So I like to be chosen.
Listen, family, she had left so deep of an impression on me that I created a character named Erica in one of my books called Thick Girls and the Guys Who Love Them. I even dedicated a whole erotic scene, not a sex scene, an erotic scene because she left an impression. But anyways, since we got that out the way, I had to let go of my gripe. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna let it go. He not gonna let it go.
My 5-year gripe, she's into BDSM now, so it's more pleasure than physical. So I'm gonna let her slide, but I can still jerk off with fantasies of fucking you. Ow. So it's so how did you transition from swinging to BDSM?
I just realized that the swingers didn't have what I was looking for. I like to be social, but I like to fuck.
That's because she didn't fuck me. Keep going.
I like rough, dominant, aggressive, disrespectful sex. And that's not something that the swingers necessarily can offer me. They like to fuck, but I like to be fucked. And that's the difference. The difference is I needed to transition to something more concentrated in the area of kink, where I can get off and get that aggression off the way I need to, and not necessarily just get off. Like I have a very specific way I like to get off.
See, family, she doesn't want to get fucked. She want to get fucked. So, Urban Kinkster, where did you get the name from?
I'm from the west side of Chicago. I'm an urbanite. I am from the hood, and that is who I am. And I'm a kinkster. I am a nasty, dominant, submissive person. I love inflicting pain. I love receiving pain. And I'm from the hood. I keep myself true. And I am urban kinkster. I am the truth in walking formation.
So, are you from K-Town, Holy City, like what, Madison, Pulaski, what part, Lawndale, West Garfield, where?
Oh man, I'm from 18th and Hamlin. I'm from the Lawndale area. I went to school on Sir Mac and Central Park, and I'm from the west side of Chicago, so I'm from the hood. The hood. 18th and Hamilton.
She's been messing around with them vice lords, but that's a whole nother discussion. So, but it's like I was like, okay, I met her as a swinger, as a lifestyler. Well, as a swinger, because now BDSM is a part of the lifestyle. So I met her in the swing lifestyle, and now into BDSM. It's like, who did you come in as a single woman, or did you have a sir?
So I came into BDSM as a submissive to learn more about myself. When I had my mentors were very shocked that I didn't come in as a mistress. I came in as a submissive to kind of lay my burdens down and to get more involved with my dominant and partner, so that I could figure out what my walk looked like on a more strategic level. And now I identify as a switch. I am both dominant and submissive, mostly dominant. The only person I tend to be submissive to is my partner, and everybody else, good luck.
So how do you dominate your quote-unquote subjects, male, women? How do you dominate?
Oh, well, I have a very concentrated application. What I do is I use impact play, which is literally hitting the skin with different objects. I also do sensory play, sensory deprivation, and whatever else that you might challenge me to do.
Listen, this woman tried to shock the shit out of me. You dig? She tried to, just a few minutes ago, she tried to, she wanted me to be her guinea pig, and I said, nah, shawty, nah, I don't do that pain pleasure shit. Yeah. I do the pleasurable pain in this motherfucker, you dig? So it's like, how many years have you been in the BDSM world?
Well, I've been into BDSM almost 9 years, and yes, I did just shock the shit out of you. And I think that you enjoyed it, but that's another conversation. But I've been into kink almost 9 years, and I'm absolutely enamored with this lifestyle because it has so much flexibility to not only be a pleasurable and sexual lifestyle, but to also learn different skills and networking in a professional community.
And most recently, I've seen a little bit of drama because in a swing lifestyle, the fuckery is crazy. So I know you mentioned that it happens in the BDSM world as well, because your page was reported and you could no longer be Urban Kinkster as a real name. You had to revert back to your name. So it's like, how do you duck, dodge, or even avoid the fuckery? Or if you come across drama, how do you manage it?
Well, I mean, just to let you know, I'm perfect. I'm going to go ahead and start there. So when you have a brand, my brand is a very legal brand. I'm on paperwork for Urban Kinkster. So when you walk in a stride where you are comfortable with your truth, you can maintain multiple identities. I'm not only my government name, but I am also Mistress Urban Kinkster, and that is a brand that makes me money. It's a very legal brand. So even though my page was reported on some fuck shit, I still hold very true to my respect as a mistress.
So have you ever been a sub under a sir with multiple subs and slaves and brats?
Never. No. I am very spoiled, and I like to be special. I have never been under ownership with anyone other than my partner. and that is no longer. But I've never been under the duration of anyone else with holding multiple charges.
So you're not into poly.
Oh, I am poly. Like, the poly is my love style, but it is not my BDSM style. It's not necessarily my BDSM style. My love style is poly. I do have multiple partners, but BDSM, I'm not at a point where I will go under ownership under anyone. I have my own house.
So why is that? It's like why you can't? It's like why you're unable to be a poly in a BDSM world?
Because I'm not interested. Because that would then talk about going under ownership or having multiple submissives around. Like, I am able to have multiple submissives. However, I'm not willing to go under ownership ever again.
So you don't want to be a dominant anymore. You just want to be a sub.
No, I don't want to be a submissive. I'm considered a switch, but I will never go under ownership ever again. So I'm more recognized now today in today's day as a dominant.
So you're more comfortable as a dominant, and if that's true, then why is that?
Because I can have control over the outcomes. The outcomes are very, very important. So being able to have control of the outcomes, and I'm just a natural leader, and people are attracted to not only like following me, but expressing adoration and wanting to serve me. So I think that needs to be nurtured, and it will be a lost opportunity not to do so.
So the guys ever approach you and say, Mistress Urban Kinkster, I want to be your slave?
Oh man, I get that a lot. I get that every day. Every day I get messages from men who...
Or is it just they just want to fuck? Because you got to separate the two. Because dudes are creeps and they sneaky.
Yeah, well, no, I don't get that. A male submissive would never come to me with this dick in his hand. I am very, very evil. You don't want to do that. They usually are very, very respectful. And every submissive knows, whether it's male or female, that I encourage service. So the way to my heart is through service, period. I don't want your sex.
Listen, I'm like George Michael, baby. I want your sex. So you don't play with any of your subs or slaves?
So I don't play with any male submissives unless it is a pre-planned scene and it's more of a service that I'm going to be doing to them, and I'm probably getting paid for it. But as far as my female submissives, I only have one charge at the moment, and we aren't very intimate. She's more of a service charge, and we are growing that and looking into ownership for her.
So who do you fuck? Because you come across as asexual. So how do you get your shit off? Like, damn.
Oh man,
I know you curve me, but are you curving like the whole planet or something? Like what?
No, I don't curve the whole planet, but I'm very selective about who I give my pussy to. That's for sure. Because motherfuckers, I'd have been stalked before. People don't know how to control their emotions, so I'm very comfortable with delegating my pussy out, and I'm typically just with my partner or with my partners.
Well, you know what they say. You know, crazy women got the best pussy.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah, she got that crazy look.
I got the Kavorka.
Oh, she got that Kavorka. Oh, okay. You making dudes like you got that like Badu pussy.
Yeah,
you making like dudes.
I got which pussy?
Yeah, you making dudes like cross dress and shit like that when they claim to be like masculine and shit like that. So what do you have planned for the future in regards to BDSM? Because I know you have a podcast. Tell the public more about your podcast and the name of it and the premise of your podcast and where they could listen to it.
Oh, sure. My podcast is called Kink Out Loud Radio, and it can be found on my website, urbankinkster.com. Again, that's urbankinkster.com.
That's Kink Out Loud on urbankinkster.com. Keep going.
Yep, you can find me there. That's where my story is, my podcast is, all of that good stuff. But what I'm going to be doing is traveling. My goal is to be overseas and do some kinking overseas this year. I'm looking forward to going to London and just really growing my podcast and doing some kinking and traveling and doing some live podcasts.
Because they got Erotic Con just passed in London.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, I have to be there and present. I did talk to a couple dominants there that was going to be very welcoming. So if I do have the opportunity to go to London, they'll be ready for me.
Have you ever thought about going to Erotic Con in New Jersey?
I have thought about that, but right now I'm just trying to get my weight up for my inventory and all of the things that I sell so that I can go there and I can go there the correct way.
And what is your like specialty, your BDSM specialty? I know you do the the chakra type shit. So what else do you do the knife waxing?
Yes.
What do you do?
I do wax play, I do knife play, I do impact play, I do sensory play, I do sensory deprivation, I do humiliation, I do degradation, and I am learning fire play.
So how do you know if somebody is worthy as far as the degradation and the humiliation? Are you like the female version of ghetto gaggers and like make dudes like barf, throw up in a fucking dog bowl and then they have to lick it up and shit like that?
Well, I
you
don't-
talk shit, you bitch motherfucker, get on your knees. Let me, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily want to do, I don't do degradation on that intensive a level. I'm more along the lines of like name calling and walking on leashes and walking on all fours, humiliation in public. I like those types of things so people know exactly who I am. I don't have any qualms about being a mistress in public or hiding my day job or anything like that. So that's important to me. So that's what that part of me looks like. I don't mind calling a motherfucker a bitch or any of that. Like whatever it is that their pleasure might be, I'm gonna push that shit to the max.
So does that, like, being a dominant over a male, does that give you a sense of empowerment in a sense? Because women historically and traditionally, it's like they're always the submissive and they're always catering to the men. Do you feel that it's a sense of empowerment when you participate in role reversal?
I don't think there's a different sense of empowerment. I think that I'm very humbled in having other people wanting to serve me, whether they're male or female, because they're giving me or they're entrusting their service to me. So I don't feel like, oh my God, my head is big, this person is serving me. I'm very humbled that this person wants to be in my presence and wants to do these things for me.
Oh, so it's like, is there like a courting phase?
There's a vetting phase. It's called vetting. There's a vetting phase where you're getting to know the person to figure out if it's a good fit for the dynamic. That's extremely important and cannot be missed or skipped. But I do pick and choose who is worthy of being in my ear.
So let's get back, because my creep ass is want to go back to the fucking. So how do you want to get fucked? Do you want to get choked? Do you want to get like fucked in the ass, doggy style? You want to get slapped, spat on, called a bitch, a hoe, a skank, a slut? It's like, how do you want it? You don't want the dick. You want the dick. So how do you want a man to give you that dick?
Well, a good suggestion that is, my partner is 300 pounds and 6'4". Like, I like to be tossed around, thrown around, dragged, punched. I like it all. I like to be roughed up. I like to be humiliated. Like, I am probably one of the heaviest bottoms that my partner knows. But I can take the brunt of a lot of shit. I'm very heavy.
Yeah, she wanna do to Mike Tyson a bitch.
Hell yeah, I want them hands. I want them hands. I want the proverbial hands.
So were you always like that?
I've always been into extremely rough sex, but it's been more developed since I've been into kink. I have an eye of what I like to experience based on being able to experience these things in an environment where there has been no judgment.
Okay, you want to go to the hospital, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I ain't been to the hospital yet. I got a couple of bruises here and there, but no, what you think I can take? I mean, don't forget, I'm from the west side of Chicago. I grew up doing family brawls and shit. You can get these hands. I'm very strong, and I'm a big girl.
Well, because when I see you, you seem so like feminine, like so like prissy, and now you talking about it's like Jekyll and Hyde. Like
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
okay.
I'm a switch. I'm a top and a bottom, and I'm also I also identify as a sadist, so I enjoy inflicting pain. So that is a large portion of it. I feel like I'm a heavy bottom because I can dish out what I take.
Well, it's a good thing that we didn't fuck because I'm not a sadist, and both of us probably would have been disappointed because I'm not about that life. I'm more of a sensual, romantic, intimate gentleman and stuff like that. So, listen, fellas, always remember things happen for a reason. When a woman shit on you, when she curves you, that may be a blessing in disguise. A woman shit on you for a reason. You dig? So she just told me that she's into, sadist, masochistic, pain. I'm not into that shit. I don't like to inflict pain unless I'm tapping them cervix. Ow. But that just goes to show, fellas, you know, you really didn't miss anything. If a woman turns you down, she rejects you. You really didn't miss anything because you don't even know if y'all even compatible. You don't even know if you have chemistry.
It's true. Don't discount those lost opportunities. They might be lost for a reason. I will ride you and choke the fuck out of you. So yeah, I like to see you guys fair. I'd like to see you guys fair right now.
And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark, and this is your host, Not Son, baby. Check out my website at www.notsunblaze.com. That's www.nahsunblaze.com. And check out my ebook, You, Me, Us, Them, The Swinger Manifesto. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. Shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com. And hit me up with any questions or concerns that you may have. Rate, share, subscribe, and comment on this podcast. Dig. And on that note, until next time, peace. And don't kiss them holes in the mouth, baby.